How y'all doing? Young, what's up, young Peasy? Oh yeah, I know. But I just got home or whatever, and I saw this while I saw this for the last few days. So I was like, you know what, let's talk about it. Because last week we talked about Stephen Jackson saying, listen, don't be having I made mistakes. Don't be having multiple kids by multiple different women. It's not cool, it's not a good look. And a week later, this comes out. Salute to Steven Jackson for saying that. King T, what's popping? Wayman, what's popping? Um, and I wanted to talk about this because this is kind of the running message that we've been talking about. Part of the running message. What's up, Tony Davis? Is this is an issue? As you want to get that's cold blooded. What's up, Rob? So when I read this particular article, and I'm gonna keep it up for a good minute, you know, the interview. She had a interview recently. As it says at the bottom, Rihanna revealed in a new interview with British Vogue that she wants to start a family within the next 10 years, whether or not she has a partner to do so. Which, in some ways, nowadays, when it comes to women, when they say partner, they mean man or woman. So that's just a low key, and that don't mean Rihanna meant it, but that's just a low key thing that's going on. You know, the beauty mogul expressed wanting 3 or 4 kids, and that she believes love more so than having 2 parents. It is what is truly essential to raising a child. So this is where we having a problem because this plays into what us men have been saying for a long time. So I'm gonna read into this and then we're gonna get to the topic, right? Considering the fact that Rihanna is simultaneously a global pop star, makeup mogul, and celebrated fashion designer, her response to the question, "Where do you see yourself in 10 years?" is refreshingly relatable. In the new cover story with British Vogue and Fenty Beauty, the Fenty Beauty founder, I need to chill out and slow down. The Fenty Beauty founder revealed that regardless of whatever man may be in or out of her life in the near future, she absolutely sees herself becoming a mother and starting a family. I know people see the problem with this already. 10 years, I'll be 42, so she's 32 right now, right? I'll be ancient. I'll have kids, 3 or 4 of them. The pop star told the magazine. When asked if she'd be open to being a single parent if she hasn't found the right partner, Rihanna doesn't falter. Hell yeah, she said. Hell yeah, okay. Okay. And everybody has had a crush on Rihanna at some point, so we're not gonna diss her and say she ugly because that is far from the reality. Um, I remember Boosie was talking recently. Rihanna, you know you want me, you know. But as she goes on, I feel like society makes me want to feel like, oh, you got it wrong. They diminish you as a mother if there is not a dad in your kids' lives. Continue, Rihanna. But the only thing that matters is happiness. See these shenanigans. That's the only healthy relationship between a parent and a child. That's the only thing that can raise a child truly is love. This is ridiculous. For some odd reason, right under that, Rihanna, who split from boyfriend Hassan Jamil earlier this year, also explained that she's at a point in her life where herself she finds herself compromising her wants and needs in a relationship less and less often, which could be a reason for the split, right? Since I turned 32, I'm realizing life is short. You don't have a lot of time to tolerate shit, you know? You put so much on your plate, continued Rihanna. When you're overwhelmed, you need to start cutting things out. And I'm not, and I'm overwhelmed too much. So she's overwhelmed a lot. What's happening now is that I'm going back to black and white. My gray area is shutting down. Now, as I read that, and I'm gonna get into some of the things in this as we go along, because this is very problematic, whether people like to admit it or not. And this is, part of the issues that brothers have been talking about for a while, right? So I wasn't on the chat part, so that's why. Bo, what's happening? Hold up, y'all. Devin, how you doing? Mick Ty, what's going on? Cindy Rose, Emmanuel, God's Word, Miss Jazzy, Dion, Truth Teller, King T, George. What's going on, y'all? I was reading this whole time while the thing was going, so I didn't look at this. You know, so he said, "Cry me a river." You know, so this plays into one of the problems, that trope that, see, now this is where I got to give her credit, right? Rihanna, when the women say, I want to go to school, get my education, get a career, and then have a family, right? Rihanna is very honest. That's what she did, minus the school part. But maybe she went to school. I have no idea. But now, if any guy gets with her from this particular point and she winds up pregnant from this particular point on, these guys can't say they didn't know that she was in it. She wants a kid for sure. You didn't hear her say she wanted to be a wife for sure. She is for certain things she wants to be a mother in these next 10 years. It's not a certain thing that she wants to be a wife in these next 10 years. You get what I'm saying? So now if guys having sex with her, she's probably gonna. This is where the guys talk about women not wanting to use protection. So now don't she's gonna be wanting to have unprotected sex. You know. So now I'm ready to have kids. But the problem lies what? People know her reputation prior to this article. The Chris Brown thing people bring up, but there was a period of time where she was just out there after that. And there was a period of time that she kind of, people considered her bad luck to men. The men that got with her back to back to back, something always happened that drugged them down. And then when they broke up, those guys started to ascend again. You get what I'm saying? So this is a problem. People keep thinking that Eve's husband is a billionaire. The man is not a billionaire. But I get it. But now she wants to have multiple men. And it's not have multiple men, but multiple children. She said she wants 3 or 4, which is a whole nother problem, because now she's saying she wants 3 or 4 kids in the next 10 years, but she's not saying it's not as adamant about being a wife in the next 10 years. So it's putting out the perspective that, guess what? If she gets pregnant 2, 3, 4 times by 2, 3, 4 different people, it don't matter to her, right? Doesn't matter. Because that's what she wants. She wants the kids. Which, even when I saw a few women's comments that were trying to say, look, because everybody knows she's rich, so she can afford kids. That's not her issue whatsoever. But the thing that about this type of ideology is, and this is for headlines, and this is they're using this as a story. It's kind of clickbait, so I got baited in. But Rihanna's rich enough to get in vitro, and she's fertile enough for it to work. So if she wants kids that bad, 3 or 4 kids in the next 10 years, she can get, artificial insemination. She can just, find the most coveted sperm bank in the world if she wants to, and mix and match to see what she can get. But it sounds like she doesn't want to do that. She wants to have children the old-fashioned way. But saying that with or without the father, all that matters is happiness. So whose happiness we talking about? What's up, Aisha? Kenan, what's happening? Miss Witt, what's going on? So whose happiness we talking about? You know, this becomes a problem. Major, major problem. Hi, Fly Birdie. You know, she can call you. I told her, said, God, that's why I said, Boosie gonna get it. Boosie said, you know you want me. Put your lips on live, I give you $1,000. Patrick, what's going on? Right. She wants us to have it both ways right now. What's up, Derek? So when you reading this article, it's just like, I mean, and you know, Rihanna is no different. Rihanna's ideology has become a normal ideology. You know, that's the thing. It's not what she's saying, but you know, like the top part of the article, the beauty mogul expressed wanting 3 or 4 kids, and that she believes love more so than having two parents is what is truly essential to raising a child. So this is, this goes back to that topic of I'm having a, this baby's gonna love me. I not something to love me. So love is more important than actual parenting. Well, you got to love your child enough to give them the best possible parenting experience from both parents. You don't love a kid. You know what? I love you so much that I'm gonna sign up to myself because that's what she's putting. Whether people like to admit it or not, this ideology is putting it out in the forefront that you're signing up to do it by yourself. And this goes to um, when men like myself get upset about the I got abandoned. I got abandoned. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, don't do it, Patrick. Don't do it. Because, you know, this is why I say I commend her for being upfront. Because this is what guys believe that women are thinking. And this what winds up coming out in these baby mama conversations, after the children are born. And then they say, I got abandoned. No, what winds up happening is a lot of these guys have these conversations after the fact that she wanted this kid. She wanted the kid more than she wanted the relationship. So now that she got the kid, that's all I wanted. Oh, I'm not saying it's not backwards. It's definitely backwards, but she's honest. Because now she's saying she wants the kid. Love is all that matters. But love between a mother and a child is what matters. A mother and the mother and child. Love doesn't matter between the father and the child, though. The love is only with one parent. What's happening? But this is part of that feminist ideology. It don't matter. So, and when I said earlier, she got enough money to pay for in vitro, so she didn't even have to worry about fathers per se. But now, when she's saying that she wants kids in the next 10 years, so in the next 10 years, she wants guys to quote unquote be with her to get pregnant first. Because think about the timing of this. Now that she's 32, she wants kids in the next 10 years, but she said it now. So what guy's gonna sign up to be a baby daddy this year or next year that's worth anything? See, this is where these guys that when they say they get with these women of means, get with these low life guys or these bums or guys, they could have done better, and now they with these, quote unquote trash type of dudes, and the women like, well, why is she with him? Because he's the only type of guy that would sign up for this. You said you would. Kid said I would. Bring it over here, Rihanna. Work. What's up, Keith? What's up, Brandon? Yeah, but but the thing about it is, I have seen some women push back on this. Like, no, this is not what's up. You're not supposed to be saying that. Next 10 years, Keith. But that's the thing. Like, what guy's gonna, as this, because everybody's with this corona thing, this pandemic or whatever you want to call it, and a lot of cities being shut down, people have the time to see these articles now. Men who would normally be at work, you know, can see these articles now. And they're probably going to be looking at the comment sections. You know, hold on for 1 second, y'all. Let me pause. Sorry about that. I had to take a call real quick. You know, yeah, and she swirled. Yeah, she did that. He said the average females, but this is, I mean, her being a high profile woman, this mindset, she should be above this mindset. That's the thing. You know, even though she has the money to cushion this stuff, she should be above this stuff. But it happens. I'm not gonna say it's not. And plus, because of her age, she's 32 now. You know, I get, you know, the biological clock is ticking. But this goes into part of what I'm talking about right now is, you know, there was a good stretch in the last, what, 5 to 7 years. Rihanna was with a lot of people. So she was with good dudes, she was with bad dudes. She had all the time in the world to make it work with somebody and probably be in a relationship. But this is the thing. Now she wants one now. And just because she wants one now, it doesn't mean that all of these guys are going to sign up, you know, to be in one now with her. You know, that's the thing. These guys ain't going to sign up. They looking at it like, oh, okay, okay. So now you want a baby now. Okay. Huh. You don't want a man, you want a baby. Matter of fact, when these guys are looking at it, you want 3 or 4 babies. So if I get you if I'm dumb enough to get you pregnant after this article, and I say something ain't working out, I already know it's gonna be over, and you're gonna try to get with somebody else. Which brings me to the point about, you notice people like Amber Rose and all of the people that was the slut walk type of ideology. You see how these women are having babies as they're older by younger men. So don't be surprised if, you know, Rihanna might be dating somebody who's 22, 25, 24, 26, and then that counting from 32 up to 42. You get what I'm saying? Don't be surprised, because he might look at her like, I always had a crush on Rihanna when I was a teenager. You know what I'm saying? There you go. Lori Harvey is a future Rihanna. If you, yeah, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. So now we playing this game. What's going on, Faith? You know, I ain't get you. You know, I figured you ain't messaged me back, so we could try it another day. You know, it's no big deal. Or, you know, maybe as I finish this, we go on. It don't matter. You know, they want it right. Yeah, Candace, I do. I do. I do that. I absolutely do. I thought I put it, you know. Yeah, I absolutely think it's a bad thing. Because now you could just have a baby. What's up, Latrell? That's why I got you. I understand, Faith. I got off early today, so I ain't tripping. I get it. No. Her and her boyfriend broke up. They broke up. That payback. She's single. She's single again. You know what I'm saying? This is part of the issue. So just because your biological clock is ticking now, that doesn't mean that because your clock is ticking now, that now all these the men in your life, from the point that you decide your clock is ticking now, these guys, now they got to knock you up. You had numerous men in your life. Rihanna has been a sex symbol for at least what, 10 to 15 years. She had endless opportunity. She, beyond Chris Brown. Remember, it was Matt Kemp. I think she Ashton Kutcher. People forget when Rihanna was doing the video, the magazine cover, when she was letting the cameraman pour water down the crack of her behind when she didn't have no underwear on, twerking. Like, she had been out there for a minute now. Her at the basketball games trying to flirt with the players. People forget that. You remember Lizzo talked about that when she went to the Lakers game with her butt out. It was inspired by Rihanna. That's the thing. That's exactly what I'm talking about, Nefertiti. But it's this ideology that's permeating around too much. It's been permeating around. ASAP, yeah, Drake. She's had guys. James was popping. This is the issue. Right. She's wasted a lot of time playing around. She said, Lizzo got to lose weight. All right, this ain't even about Lizzo. I'll leave that alone. But back to the article part, right? This is what I mean by these things that go on. Because when they say, where do you see yourself in 10 years? And they say, it's refreshingly relatable. When she says she want to be a mother in the next 10 years, whether she has a man in or out of her life, and that's refreshingly relatable, they're saying that this is what women are doing and have been doing. And the men have been saying it for a very long time. But like I still give her props, because like the thing says, 10 years, I'll be ancient. So she says by the time she's 42, she's gonna be ancient. So from 22 to 32, she was getting it. And she went up and down in weight recently, I believe. I think people thought she was pregnant recently in the last few years, but I guess she didn't have a baby, or maybe she lost a baby. Who knows? That's her business. I hope that didn't happen, but if it did, my apologies. That sucks. But at least she recognizes by the time she get 42, she's gonna be ancient. Halle Berry is still fine, but she's considered ancient. And she's a single mother. Eddie Murphy's ex-wife she's fine, ancient. Jada Pinkett's mama, fine, ancient. Everybody still love Angela Bassett. She's a married woman. Get out of there. But she's considered ancient. That's not saying they're not beautiful, because they absolutely are. But as far as the dating market, they're ancient. But when asked if she'd be open on being a single parent if she hadn't found the right partner, she didn't falter. Hell yeah. So here's the thing. It's not enough time to be now the time to become a single mother. She's absolutely cool with being a single mother. Hell yeah, I do it. I'll be a single mother. That's just fine. Well, here's the problem with that. What guy in his right mind gonna sign up for this? Well, that's why I say, I got to give Rihanna props, because she's not trapping anybody. At this, if ignorance of the law is not an excuse at this point. So if anybody gets Rihanna pregnant in the next 10 years, they're just gonna put, dog, you saw the article. If it's any man of any kind of worth, they're gonna be like, dog, you saw the article. I don't want to hear nothing. But this is the other part about, should a woman like Rihanna file for child support? Because it seems like right now she's not going to do artificial insemination. But if she happened to get pregnant by somebody, should she file for child support? Because she's already put out in the public that she's trying to have a baby with or without a man. You know what I'm saying? So people know what's going on with her. He said, hell no. He said, hell no, she shouldn't. But if she got somebody, if somebody happened to get her pregnant, she happened to be dating somebody and he gets her pregnant and he winds up worth $100 million. And she's, you got to take care of this baby. See, here's the problem. you put this article out that you said you wanted a baby with without this man. So if you even find a man with means who gets got like this, and you want money out of him, then y'all will fall out anyways. But then you meet another guy and you do it again and you do it again. You know, he said she probably 32 and bored. This is the problem. Yeah, this is the point that's the problem with this. It is straight up selfish. Right, $600 million, but I'm good. I'm good being a single mother. And here's the irony of it: 3 or 4 kids. What happens if she has a son or sons? Think about that. Like, what if Rihanna actually wound up having 2 or 3 sons? They like for the reason I said it because as those sons grow older, people are going to be predatory. The women are going to be predatory on them because your mama got money, right? And then they'll say if the boys will grow up, yeah, Janet has a son, but that's the thing. Even with that, like, what's up, Major? My bad. Yeah, I'm getting there. I'm getting there, Major. Don't worry about a thing. You know, this is what's going on. It's just bad. You know, because look, this part of it where it says, okay, founder revealed that regardless of whatever man may be in or out of her life in the near future, she absolutely sees herself becoming a mother and starting a family. You can be a mother, but I brought it up. Brothers in the manosphere brought it up. But you're not starting a family as a single mother. You're a single mother. You're not a single family. This is why people are trying to. This is why it's a problematic statement, because your mother makes the family single. You know what I'm saying? Xavier, what's going on? Would you say, Keith? I don't even know. And if anybody, don't time people out, don't mess with people, none of that. None of that. None of that. Exactly. It's a disaster in the making. You know, it's bad. Truth teller, what's popping? You know, this is a problem. Baby boy become a father and a husband at the same time. This is an issue though. That's part of the issue, fam. That is part of the issue, because now being a mother is synonymous with being a family, which is stupid. Like, I hate to say it, but which is part of what I'm getting at right now. You know, hold up, let me get it right. I feel like society makes me want to feel like, oh, you got it wrong. They diminish you as a mother if there's not a dad in your kids' lives. So let me get this right. When society's telling you got it wrong, society is wrong. She said, men do it too. I'm glad you said that. Candace, just answer. Watch this. So, fellas, do you think if a guy hits 40 and he decides to get a woman pregnant, that because he wants to have a baby, that he's making any type of sense with himself? Is that a bad situation? Because when men do it too, you think we're gonna sit here and say because a man did it, it makes sense? I ain't getting on you, Candace. I'm just putting it out. I'm just putting it out there. Because I can guarantee, before I even see this, the men gonna be like, what? I'm gonna get somebody pregnant because I'm 40? No, that's bad. That's bad. That's bad. What's up, Red Grave? That's bad. Like, We ain't signing. You know, we know that's a bad situation. That's a bad situation. We're not gonna pat that man on the back and say the reverse. Society says it's wrong to get a woman pregnant at 40 because you want a baby, but I think it's right because I want a child that, you know, all that matters is me loving my child. No, even the guys gonna be like, "Are you serious right now, fam? Like, are you serious right now? You got this chick pregnant because you wanted a baby. You know how selfish that is. You know how full of it that is. This is the thing. That's all right. I'm glad you said that, Candace. I'm glad you said that because it gets into the issue. You know, and we good. Don't act like we not, but they're they are good men out here, but not enough to go around. Not every woman will get a man of her own. I know women that have so many regrets because they didn't have. Okay, here's the problem. Here's the problem. What's up with it, Roger? They're not good people. The problem with that is this, though. There are a lot of good men around. It's just the thing that we're talking about with this Rihanna thing. She's looking for the good men now after her reputation sucks. We're going to assume your girlfriends are looking for good men now after she's ruined her reputation or their reputations. You know, yeah. Thank you. There's no family without a father. This is the problem. You know, when you ladies say that there are not a lot of good men around, no, uh, the good men are around. The good men just don't want you no more. The good women, you got to take into consideration these good men that you want when you start wanting a man or a good man. You didn't want those good men prior. You grew into wanting those good men. It was a process, but those very good men don't want you no more. They just don't. They were good to you. You weren't like a lot of ladies got to take into consideration. A lot of you ladies weren't good to the good men. So now when you're looking for a good man, that's karma. You when the good men were looking for you and looking at you, you didn't want a good man. You wanted a quote unquote bad boy, or he just wasn't, you know, on that level enough. What's up, Jana? I probably will, Jana. I probably will. Don't sweat it. Well, what's popping? So now, you know, that's the issue. Now you gotta get, you know, Rihanna's looking like Angela Simmons right now. Before the bet, you know, I had it, you know, my man, I had a good man, you know, Romeo looking at Romeo like, why don't you be friends? Romeo, I don't want to talk to you no more. I don't want to talk to you no more. This has become a problem because when you got celebrities doing it, and it's not that Rihanna says it, it's really not. It's that you see how they're writing. The writing of this is like it's all good. So these publications are trying to make it look like it's all good. And by the way, because you know, even though Rihanna's black, but I know she's from the islands. I get all that, but this is gonna make black women look bad. I'm just gonna be honest with you because this is part of the stereotype of black women, and to have a black celebrity, especially a beautiful black celebrity who's been a sex symbol for over a decade, to say this is a problem. You remember Nia Long did the same thing in like an Ebony or Essence magazine some years ago. You know, and we see how that played out. You know, it's like I think that's we're looking at Tiffany Haddish. She's looking for a man now, right? I'm not sure about kids, but she was married before, so that's a whole nother thing. You know, so here's the thing. Now, here's the other thing. When it says she split from her boyfriend earlier this year, it just turned April, so 2-3 months ago. You know, but she also explained that she's at a point in her life where she finds herself compromising her wants and needs in relationships less and less often. See, the problem with that is this: she's getting older, but she wants to compromise less. She says she's going to be ancient in 10 years, and she's getting older, but she's going to compromise less. Accept me as I am. I'm not going to settle. But these guys, you want these guys to settle for a woman who's pretty much signed off to the fact that she wants to be at a baby mama more than a wife in the next 10 years of possibly multiple men, which is a problem, which is a big problem. What's up, Ayo? My bad. This is a problem. Big problem. And like I said, I give her props. She's been living her dream. She's done some good things. She's done some great things. I'm not gonna play that and act like she's dumb. She's busted. Obviously she's successful. Like when it comes to what music, I think Rihanna falls right under Beyonce. That's what it is. She's got the resume to back up a lot of stuff. She's a successful woman. It is what it is. But this, is the bad decision making. This is what the men are talking about when they talk about listening to women artists and women's music. What's up, Kizzy? When they listen to women's music and women's messages, it's like, this is a problem because this is what it's pushing. This is what it's like, yeah, you can do whatever you want to do and then wake up at 32 and say, oh, I want to have 3 or 4 kids in the next 10 years with or without a man. This is a problem. No, she gave up her belief that she's young. She said, Roger, she's 32 in the next 10 years, she's going to be considered ancient. She put this in this article. But, I think but the society part is the ridiculous part, and that's cool. But let me get back to this article because I'm clicking on this thing again. Because she says, since I turned 32, I'm realizing life is really short. You don't have a lot of time to tolerate shit, See, here's the problem with that. I believe she's absolutely positively right. Absolutely positively right. You don't have a lot of time to tolerate shit. But here's a problem, especially for a sister. The black woman bad attitude stereotype, that's how the men feel about the women. Life is too short to be tolerating shit. So a lot of the times when these women get older and they can't find a man or a husband and their biological clock is ticking, you forgetting these guys are like, I don't have time to tolerate your shit. Because as the thing said earlier, she wants to compromise less and less. You can't teach an old dog new tricks. Look at it. And that says a lot. Because Ronaldo, now people know what Ronaldo is. Ronaldo said, I ain't even dealing with baby mama issues. That says something. This is the problem. This assumption that because you are beyond dealing with, you are at the point in your life where you beyond dealing with it. You don't want to deal with nobody's BS. But this assumption that you can bring your own BS and somebody got to deal with it. It's crazy. Thanks, Truth Teller. Tell them who Ronaldo is. If you don't know, it's Messi and Ronaldo at this point. Well, Messi retired, but it's Ronaldo. People forget about Ronaldinho. What was it? Juan Carlos and them. Like, we ain't even gonna get into that. This is the problem. So now we're trying to get to this point where it's not gonna work. Hold up. It's in so many. But this norm of single motherhood, guys are less and less. If you notice, less and less guys are actually signing up for it that way. You know, and it's by the statistics you see less and less men are signing up to be fathers. No, Ayo, he not Brazilian. I think Ronaldo is from Spain, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think he's from Brazil. Am I tripping? He might be. You know, I thought I could have swore Ronaldo was from Spain or Portugal or something like that. Let me back up real quick. You know, because I'm gonna get to it. Yeah, he Portuguese. He Portuguese. So, but being Portuguese, he could have been in Brazil too, because that's, you know what I'm saying. That's a whole nother story. But he was born in Portugal, though. He was born in Portugal. Yeah. No, don't let me. Truck, what's happening, fam? Miss J, what's going on? But this is a problem. This is a problem. Yeah, I remember when Me Too went after Ronaldo. It's a major issue here. So that this idea that I don't want to put up with other people's stuff. In some ways, it's been reported from time to time, if I'm not mistaken, that Rihanna has a temper problem. So people have been putting up with her stuff too. Now, here's the other part. You put so much on your plate, continue Rihanna. See, you don't want to tolerate people's stuff because you put so much on your plate. Now, let me continue. When you're overwhelmed, you need to start cutting things out. So now, you want to add kids to your plate. You overwhelmed without kids, but now you want to add kids to your plate. And after that, I'm overwhelmed too much. So she's already overwhelmed too much. So what does that say? A multi-millionaire, successful, beautiful woman, what you say, mogul, entrepreneur, star, whatever, is overwhelmed too much. But what she wants to do is add multiple kids, possibly by multiple men, to this equation and act like, that's going to work out okay. What's happening now is I'm going from black and white. I'm going back to black and white. So going back to black and white, my gray area is shutting down. So here's the problem with this to me. She already said in this article that I feel like society makes me want to feel like, oh, you got it wrong. They diminish you as a mother if there's not a dad in your kids' lives. That's living in a gray area. You know what I'm saying? But the only thing that matters is happiness. That's living in a gray area. That's the only healthy relationship between a parent and a child. That's living in delusion, but also a gray area. That's the only thing that can raise a child truly is love. That is living in delusion and a gray area. That's not black and white. The whole process is gray. This is a problem. Prometheus was popping. Bennett, what's happening? This is a big problem. And what's a problem with this is when you're overwhelmed as a multimillionaire and now you want to have kids, you're a multimillionaire worth hundreds of millions of dollars, right? What about the women who are around your age, a little bit older, a little bit younger, who gonna push this same ideology and they ain't got the money to pay for something for maids and private schools and around the clock daycare? Right. Thank you for putting that, Ms. J. See, this is a problem. Because here's the thing. Single mothers by choice has been a thing well over a decade now. Marriage isn't that much of a priority, but having at least one child is. They have clubs on Facebook for it. So what happens when a woman gets pregnant and a guy finds out that she's in this club? What, can he feel some type of way? Because if we start reversing this, and the reason I'm making a a, a, a live about this is, let's reverse this. Think about it. Men walking around, man, this child don't need a mother. All this child needs is love. Yeah. Society got it all wrong by thinking that, a child needs a mother. All they need is love. All they need is me as a dad and my love, and that's what it is. Mothers aren't really necessary. That's the thing. Rihanna could adopt. She could. She got enough money to adopt. If she wants 3 or 4 kids, she could go in vitro or she can adopt. But she wants her own kids. Which if she went in vitro, it'll be her kid. It'll be her eggs, right? Yeah, I saw that, Rael. I was listening to that. And this is what what the men have been talking about online about the women not valuing marriage, because you would think this is a time where you would think maybe it's time to be a wife, but this is part of the problem. What's going on, Mark? Like, this is the countdown, huh? This is part of the problem, because in some ways articles like this is a concession that even the strong, successful, independent mogul of a woman who don't need no man, she don't even know how to be a wife. After the career and after the money, and she'd rather be a mother than a wife because she don't know nothing about it. What's up, Luke? She don't know nothing about it. You think Rihanna actually had to cater to somebody? Actually had to love a man with all her heart? No, because when you look at Rihanna, the best, probably most loving you've seen her in public is when her and Chris Brown were teenagers. As an adult, have you seen her that loving to an adult? I mean, I don't keep up with celebrities like that, but that's what it is. What's up, Drew Brees? But that's the thing. Exactly. She's been around multimillionaires. So now nobody wants to marry her. And she knows why people don't want to marry her. And the crazy part about it is, it'll be different if she took a little, she's an artist. She's a celebrity and an artist. You know what you can reinvent yourself. Rihanna could reinvent herself. She's done it numerous times. But can she reinvent herself to be wife material? That's what it seems like. Harambe, what's going on? That's what it seems like. I can't put in that kind of effort. I can go from an R&B singer to a pop star, to a vixen, to a business mogul. Wife, no can do. It's not getting blamed, Candace. It's really just putting this out here. Like, some of you ladies got to take into consideration, this is how y'all putting yourselves out. Because what's going, you should be happy that guys are talking the way that me and these other brothers are talking, because truth be told, when these brothers start talking, y'all gonna hit a wall of silence from everybody. People are just gonna not deal with you. Right. She's like Oprah and Shonda Rhimes. What does that say? So who wants to have think about that though? Think about that, Ms. J. Who wants to have a kid with Oprah or Shonda Rhimes? Who wants to just, you know what? I want to have a baby with Oprah. I want to have a baby with Shonda Rhimes. Of course, Rihanna's the most attractive, but who wants to have a child with that type of personality? Who? Who wants to sign up for that? It's SYSBM. That's gonna be hard, Tony. That's cool that everybody's not gonna value marriage. I get everybody's not gonna value marriage, but what I don't get is you don't even value family. When you start these things where I want to be a mother and being a mother of 3 or 4 kids is a family, you don't value family either. You don't even you don't value it whatsoever. And this is what guys are signing up for when we're talking about dealing with the vast majority of these ladies and women winding up quote unquote being single mothers, because we don't want to talk about if the men who've actually had children with women and tried to actually make a relationship with these women, and they didn't want a relationship, they wanted a baby. See, this is why I give her props, because she put it out there up front. She put it out there up front. Look, I want a baby. I want babies in the next 10 years. Like Tiffany or New York, whatever, Tiffany, New York, whatever it is. I want my eggs cracked. Because you see, even with the reality TV stars, they hit a certain age and they want kids. I want kids. But you out here acting buck wild for so many years, and guys are looking at it, you suitable to have sex with, but I really don't want to have kids with you. You know what I'm saying? So now, let's see who she gets pregnant by after this. Let's see who she winds up having a baby with after this. Because it seems like the only person, y'all would say Beyonce got it right. As far as like female celebrities, I guess music female celebrities. Out of all the rest of the female celebrities, you would say everybody else got it wrong. You would say most of them got it wrong. You'll say that Mary J. Blige got it wrong. You'll say that I think Keisha Cole, you think that she got it wrong now. You say that what is the girl, Summer Walker, that was getting choked on the live, and that's how she like it? She got it wrong. You know what I'm saying? You say Jada Pinkett got it right. Okay. I was actually talking about singers, but I appreciate that. He said when Thotton goes wrong. Hold up. I got you, Javon. Like this ends badly, no matter how you slice it. Because here's the crazy part about that. No, because you got to remember something, John. She's been with white dudes. Rihanna has dated every race. She's dated men of all races, and now that she's 32, she just broke up with what I think the dude was Arab. So ultimately, what? Chris Brown, Matt Kemp, Ashton Kutcher, the Arab dude, Drake, and I'm sure it's other guys in the mix. Now it's like, who wants you? But remember, she didn't want Drake at the time. And I ain't gonna lie, say what you want. Drake is, let me tell you what Drake is to me. He is the quintessential nice guy that got his stuff together and was able to smash everybody. He was the guy that was a lame, that he didn't have swag, he wasn't thuggish enough. And at the end of the day, he wound up smashing everybody. Thank you. Tamia got it right. And when Drake don't want you, because Drake was thirsty as hell in the beginning. He was trying to get everybody. Nicki Minaj didn't want him. Up. See how that wound up with her. Rihanna didn't want him. Up. See how that wound up with her. You saw the story recently of Melissa Ford and Takara was dating Drake at the same time in the beginning. Up. Serena Williams. Up. Now I know he got the baby with the porn star. So hey, yeah, he got to. But you can't say he didn't try with multiple people. He didn't try. He did try. It just didn't. They just didn't want him. I think people gonna really want Drake in the next 5 to 10 years. Oh, Drake, remember? Because everybody likes Drake. Everybody likes him. Everybody. He's a cool dude. He's a good dude. You know. You want. You know. He said, I get you. I get you. Claudia, but see, Claudia Jordan still fine. But you like her attitude. But see, Claudia Jordan has a past. Claudia Jordan been around. If I'm not mistaken, Claudia Jordan, if I'm not mistaken, I hope Claudia Jordan is the woman who Tom Joyner was cheating on his wife with, and that's why they got divorced. If I'm not mistaken, Claudia Jordan for a time dating Genuine. If I'm not mistaken, Claudia Jordan been passed around for years. And that's why people don't take Claudia Jordan seriously, because she was Claudia Jordan was Lori Harvey, basically, if I'm not mistaken. You know what I'm saying? She was Lori Harvey. She's been around and around and around and around, and now nobody wants her because she kept trying to go from this one to that one to this one to that one, and then nobody wanted no more. There you go. I appreciate that, Harambe. So now this is where we at. This is where we at. So it's putting appreciate it, Nefertiti. I ain't see it. But that's the thing. Like, this is where we at with it. Take care, Drew Brees. Oh, I thought you was out. Hey, he's the fly jock. You gotta remember that he's the fly jock. Hold up, y'all. Hold up. How do we know what? No. Like, you read the article. I'm not. You know, if you listen to me in the beginning, I wasn't dissing her really, but I was saying this is the mindset that is going on. Like, she could have kids if she want to. That's her business. But she could pay for Rihanna could pay for, like I said before, she could get in vitro, have kids without a father. She could have 3-4 kids, never be pregnant technically by a man. She can adopt. She can have a surrogate if she wants to. She could pull an old Gabrielle Union, right? But she's trying to get pregnant by a man at the same time saying she don't have to necessarily be with a man. Guys worth their salt ain't finna sign up for that. They're just not. Well, that's what we on right now. And this is, what's going on in society. This mindset is what these guys have been talking about, and guys like myself have been talking about for years and years and years. These relationships ain't real. These partnerships ain't real. This love and trying to build a family together, it ain't real. It just ain't real. Because this is part of the mindset that goes on with it. You're seeing, the boldness to be able to say stuff like this publicly. Yeah, and you know what, Candace, you're right. That's why I was saying this earlier. Some people will sign up. But who you think gonna sign up? You know what my bet is? She gonna find somebody like Nicki Minaj's husband. That's who gonna sign up. She gonna find somebody like the dude that impregnated Amber Rose. That's who gonna sign up. She gonna wind up with somebody like Angela Simmons, ex who's passed away. That's who gonna sign up. And then you're gonna look at the situation like, damn, you had all of these people, and you all the way this high in society, and this is what you wind up with at the end of the day. She said, this is gonna be a problem. This is what's gonna wind up being a problem. She gonna wind up getting pregnant by Chief Keef. But I was clowning earlier. You know who really wanted Boosie? Boosie won't. So if all else fails, she knows she can go to Boosie. He got that bread. Yeah, put your lips on live. Boosie will knock up. Boosie already got 11,000 kids. What's another one? And he want to give her one. He been saying it for a minute. Rihanna, you know you want me. So this is what we talking about. This is who she gonna wind up getting pregnant by. Think about that. Think about it. What, Roddy Ricch? The baby gonna get her pregnant? Just saying. You know, this is this, and then the lady's gonna be like, we take an L. We took an L with this one. Or she might wind up dating some white guy who's, you know, way down on the totem pole because he's white. Y'all sister's gonna give her the pass because she want kids. She gonna wind up with in a Halle Berry situation paying child support, even though she got custody of the kids sometimes, you know, or lose custody to the white dude. I'm just saying. You know, the best she might be able to do, she could get somebody like Ice Tray. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know who I'm talking about, the basketball player, Ice Tray. You know, because he's young, he's up and coming, he gonna wind up, but you know, she ain't like, matter of fact, thinking of that, y'all forget this. Joel Embiid was really trying to holler at Rihanna. People know who I'm talking about. Joel Embiid was trying to get at Rihanna years ago. She didn't want him. And I think she tried to get at KD or something like that. Or some, it was some basketball player, but she didn't want, you know, but he was with somebody. You know, so y'all got to think about that. Like, not Joel Embiid sitting there like, Now you want this processed sausage, don't you? I could have gave you a baby years ago. You told me make the All-Star game. Now I'm one of the best in the league. Oh, you forgot. You messed that up. You messed that up. This is a problem. She gonna try. She ain't getting LeBron. People don't realize that she don't want no parts of Savannah going ham on her. Oh, she wanted LeBron. That's stupid. That's stupid. You know that don't even. You know, to openly chase LeBron would be dumb because he's a married man. You in public doing that? You just, you know, that's stupid. That's just dumb. Can't get Giannis because Giannis got an old lady. You know, it's that type of stuff that goes on. But, you know, she squandered her opportunity. She had him. But that's a bad idea. I'm gonna tell you why. Tyra Banks did the same thing. But they ain't together no more. I'm gonna tell you why this is a bad idea. And then I'm gonna wrap it up. This is why I'm making this video. You personally don't think black women should have kids until they're 30. Here's the problem with that. You know, the classic: go to school, get your education, get your career, and then you know, focus on, quote unquote, then find a man and have some kids. You know, not necessarily be a wife. By the time you 30, a lot of y'all don't know how to. Y'all not feminine. Y'all don't know how to be a girlfriend or a woman to a man. And why I say girlfriend, because some of y'all haven't even been good girlfriends when y'all were considered more or less young girls or young girls or young women. So you never can be this man's woman because you never was a man's girlfriend on a regular basis, and a good one at that. So now when the assumption is when she's 30, she's just learning how to treat a man nicely. Guys ain't got time for that. You think a 30-year-old man who's been up and down dating market, he's did some good decisions, made some bad decisions, learned how to treat women, learned how not to treat women. He know how to be a man at 30. Y'all got to think about this type of stuff. That's like when y'all say y'all meet these men, he a little boy. We're meeting little girls out here. She 30 and just trying to figure out how to be a woman. She's just trying to figure out how to be feminine. So she ain't got being a woman down yet. She ain't got being feminine down yet. And I'm gonna tell you a true story. I have a friend, you know, beautiful woman, but she's trying to master her masculinity and her femininity. But here's the problem. She feels like she mastered her femininity, but she can't walk in heels. She ain't comfortable in the dress. How you gonna master your femininity, but you ain't even comfortable in female clothes? She can't even walk in heels properly. She could stand up in heels properly. She could look good in heels properly, but she's uncomfortable in heels. She can't walk in them like a woman who's in charge of her quote unquote femininity. She can't be in a dress and feel like a woman. This is a problem. A lot of y'all doing this too late. If you reverse it and you make it like men, what's going on, Miss Muhammad? Right, she need to pray for Russell Wilson. It might be too late though. You know, and I ain't gonna, this is a problem. Oh, a pants wearer, not around me. But that's the thing. Y'all keep saying these women shouldn't have children at a young age. I'm not saying have children at a young age. But see, yeah, a lot of these women are trying to have children who have this mentality at an older age, but you're not compatible with men because you haven't worked on being a woman yet. And as far as working cohesively with a man, you are light years behind the men. A lot of you women don't understand that these men have put in more work to know how to cooperate with women than the women have put in work to learn how to cooperate with the men. This is why a lot of you ladies aren't married and aren't going to be married. This is why this article bothers me to a degree, because I can tell she doesn't want to, she doesn't understand how to be married because she doesn't understand how to be with a man. She don't. I'm sure she could easily argue with a man. She could easily fight with a man. She could easily cuss a man out. She could easily have sex. She can't easily care about her man. That's gonna take work. She can't easily have her man back. That's gonna take work. This is the problem. But you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get out of here on that because I'm gonna go get something to eat or make something to eat. So this bothered me. It is what it is. You know, y'all look it up. That's why I kept the article up. Y'all look it up for yourselves. You know,